Well, hello and welcome to the 2018 Foodies Game Changer webinar. It's Judy Nichols and I welcome you here and everyone listening today. So this webinar is for you if you want to be the first with current food trends, whether you're in a commercial catering business or at home. It's for you if you love to entertain with new food ideas and innovation. And if you love chocolate, you're a foodie, chocolatier, chef or baker. You can be all of those things, but this webinar is for you if you know that your place is to stand out from the crowd and you know that planning ahead is critical to rise above your competition. It's for you if you want to introduce or build an income stream to your catering business. And if you want to take your business to the next level of enterprise. Well, what is this game-changing food? You've tried milk, you've tried dark and white. Now get ready for the newest member of the cocoa family. This is a new food that's been discovered. In 2004, they discovered this red cocoa bean. And over the last 13 years, it's been developed as ruby and pink chocolate and finally released last September, just a few months ago, in 2017, in fact in Japan. So the game changer is ruby chocolate. And can you remember when a new food was last discovered? I'm not talking about, the introduction of new additives or gums to food, preservatives or food colorings. When was an actual new food discovered? The ruby cocoa bean is a remarkable discovery from the Ivory Coast, Ecuador and Brazil. It's been scientifically confirmed that the ruby cocoa bean is entirely natural and it hasn't been genetically modified. So the new ruby chocolate is the 2018 Foodie Game Changer. It's been targeted so far at the millennials, the pleasure-seeking, hedonistic, indulgent group of people. And so ruby chocolate will create a millennial hedonistic indulgent surge in chocolate consumption. While it's being targeted at the millennials, I actually believe that this chocolate is, is going to be popular for all ages. Can you imagine a little girl's party with ruby chocolate? Or a wedding and the dresses match the colour of ruby chocolate? Mother's Day. I think ruby chocolate is going to be popular for all ages, not just the millennials. The millennial pink Kit Kat, however, did send the internet into overdrive this year. We know through the pink Kit Kat promotions that this chocolate is sensational and it's going to be big. And I've said that ruby chocolate is made from the ruby cocoa bean, so I just want to be really clear that there's no berry flavouring. The flavour and the colour comes solely from the ruby cocoa bean. To create ruby chocolate, there's no berries or berry flavour, no colour is added, and the flavour is all natural. That's going to be an absolute another marketing point. But do you know how your competition is preparing to introduce the new ruby and pink chocolate? Did you know? Put a yes in the chat box if you knew that the ruby and pink chocolate had in fact been developed and it was available or about to be available worldwide. Let's have a look. We've got 76 people on board today and we have got Samantha from Australia. Hello, Samantha. Yes, no. She knew it, but She knew it was coming, but she didn't know it was so close. And there's a spattering of yeses and nos, but largely nos. Imagine your Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, Easter. It's going to be an absolute ruby chocolate bonanza. So how will you stand out from the crowd and capture this millennial or, in fact, all ages madness for ruby chocolate? It is quite remarkable that there is a new food being introduced that is all natural. Ruby chocolate will be in a store near you now or very soon and retailing at about $3.60 US a stick. So not only is it affordable, it is also available because we have 3 countries supplying the cocoa bean. As I've said, it's the first new natural colour for chocolate since Nestle unveiled white chocolate more than 100 years ago. And before you purists turn off and say, oh, white chocolate isn't really a white chocolate, you're absolutely right. But nevertheless, because of its popularity, it has taken place next to dark chocolate and milk chocolate, and now ruby chocolate. So we'll say for the purposes of chocolate that white chocolate is in fact a chocolate, but it's not made from the white cocoa bean as ruby chocolate is. And there is a global market for this new chocolate. It's about pure pleasure and perfect for events and home catering. Sarah Phillips, you may have heard of her. She has an Instagram account with over 500,000 followers. You may follow her as I do. Well, Sarah predicts that ruby chocolate will become an instant craze and that it's going to be a huge trend and it's going to grow. Can you think how you might introduce ruby chocolate into your business? Do you find you're always scrambling for new ideas to be more innovative than your competitors? What does innovation take these days? It takes a lot more than it used to. And it's tough to keep coming up with something new. Well, look, you have it now with ruby chocolate. Ruby chocolate is an extraordinary opportunity. So how do you think you will attract your customers with this game-changing chocolate? Opportunities like this don't come very often. And what I've been thinking about, which I'm pleased to be sharing with you, is that I've been thinking about combining 2 food game changers. These 2 foodie game changers have been around, well, one of them has been around for the last 2 decades, and that's chocolate fountains. I'm thinking, how popular would it be to combine a chocolate fountain with ruby chocolate? Now, if you've been around for as long as I have in baking and catering, then you know that chocolate fountains have been pretty big, but the market is not yet saturated. There is still room to move. They were introduced to events, catering with commercial chocolate fountains. They've been around for around about 10 years now. But even more recently, they've become popular at home. So chocolate fountains, in my mind, were the game changer for a decade ago. What do you think? They've called them the Fountain of Fortune. They make every event and home party a sweet success. Have you thought how to introduce the ruby chocolate to your business? Whether you're making cupcakes for parties, you could introduce a chocolate fountain. And there's some good health reasons why. You've got a natural product. Chocolate is in fact gluten-free, egg-free, nut-free, You've got to read the label, of course, for whatever you buy. Just think how popular that could be at a children's party where there's a number of children with food allergies. You could add it to your offering. Not only do you sell cupcakes and cakes, but what about a chocolate fountain as well? How long will it take to really understand the potential of these two game changers? How can you introduce it into the suite of products that you offer in your business? If you love entertaining at home, then a chocolate fountain is a fabulous introduction. What is the best way to get started with a chocolate fountain? There are chocolate fountains, and yes, you can buy them at $19 at Kmart. But how will you be noticed above the crowd? How will you know that your chocolate fountain isn't going to fail? Sephra is the only chocolate fountain on the market which allows you to melt chocolate chips right in the fountain basis. You want to make sure that you're really well established for this surge of ruby chocolate, and then you've got your equipment working and it's working well. The Sephra Chocolate Fountain, it's so easy to set up. You turn on the fountain heating element, sprinkle the chips right into the basin, stir occasionally, and voila. The right heating and the thermostat for chocolate fountains are absolutely essential because you want the chocolate to flow. And there are some other features too which help with the Sephra that are unique to Sephra that will help this chocolate fountain flourish for your business. So how will you use the Sephra Chocolate Fountain? Showcase the new ruby chocolate. Summer barbecues, birthdays, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, weddings, corporate events. But there's something special about the Sephra Chocolate Fountain, and we'll get to that a little later, where you can hire your fountain. You can hire your fountain to work parties, any types of farewells, even fundraisers at school or church or sporting events, or maybe even pop-up shops. There are so many ideas where you can add the chocolate fountain to your already suite of products and services. And maybe having the chocolate fountain is what is going to get you the job because you have an additional offering. As I've said, chocolate, mind you, look at the label. A chocolate fountain can become your best allergy-free dessert. As a caterer or even a home caterer, you know what a nightmare it is when people have allergies or in fact they're vegan. Chocolate is not vegan, so we need to find another dessert for the vegans. But being gluten-free, egg-free, nut-free, the chocolate fountain is perfect. You can have fruit with it. People love putting their strawberries and other fruit pieces into a chocolate fountain, and they're able to enjoy it guilt-free. And it really is the perfect answer for an allergy-sensitive guest or family member when catering, especially for children. But, allergies are increasing. The number of people of all ages, gluten sensitivity and intolerance is increasing, and a chocolate fountain is the perfect answer. With Sephra, you can actually trade in your old chocolate fountain. They've got this deal at the moment, which is one of the reasons why I'm wanting to tell you about Sephra, is you can trade in your old commercial non-working fountain, regardless of the brand, doesn't matter, and you can get $20 off a new Sephra of your choice. So you could, go and get a cheapie from Kmart or Walmart, send it in, and you've got a fabulous saving. But if you find that, you know what I'm talking about, and yes, chocolate fountains are fabulous, and you've got a Sephra chocolate fountain, then you can trade your old one in for a crepe or even a waffle maker. But personally, I'd go for a new chocolate fountain to make the most of the ruby chocolate craze, which is on our doorstep. To grow your business, have you considered a chocolate fountain rental business? And Sephra is at the leading edge of this business opportunity. Sephra's commercial fountains are the only ones in the industry that meet sanitation standards. So you can rent your commercial chocolate fountains out with confidence, and that your company is protected by sanitation standards. So there are 3 ways for your Sephra commercial chocolate fountain to increase your bottom line. It's a smart investment. They pay for themselves after a few rentals. You build your business quickly and expand your bottom line. You don't necessarily just have one chocolate fountain. You could have a regular chocolate one, dark or milk, a white chocolate one, and soon a ruby chocolate one. They pay for themselves after a few rentals. You can build your business and expand your bottom line. And it delivers something absolutely fabulous, new and remarkable to your event or party. Just imagine a ruby chocolate fountain teamed with white and pink to match the bride and her attendants. Caterer's nightmare turns to sweet dreams. It's a wonderful headline. So it's time to reset your chocolate fountain brain. Sephra has additional gadgets for a mess-free fountain. If you're sitting here thinking, goodness me, who in their mind would introduce a chocolate fountain to a kiddie's party? Well, you can be rest assured there are additional gadgets for a mess-free fountain. Think drip guard, think wind guard for outdoor entertaining, and think a grate, what's called a fountain grate, to catch the strawberry or marshmallow that drops. It's so easy to scoop out with a spatula instead of going fishing in the chocolate as children would want to do. So Sephra gives you a competitive edge and a professional image and party pizzazz. You can click here and check out Sephra, their offerings, and see what you think. Your online store for professional and home chocolate fountains. And if you use this link, there's some free shipping. Well, thank you for listening today about the 2018 Foodies Game Changer webinar. If you've tried milk, dark and white chocolate, then get ready for the new game-changing chocolate, and that's ruby. And I think that chocolate fountains will enable you to capitalise on this new ruby chocolate. So thank you very much for listening today, and I look forward to speaking to you again sometime. Bye for now.